Hello, welcome to Down with Dragons. I am DM Scott. With me, as always,
Killian playing Maven Corpseflower, a Circle of Spores druid and scholar of all things Deadwood, trying to uncover mysteries from 1500 years ago and beyond.
Mick playing Callan the Fool, a rakish young rogue, and celestial warlock.
Chris playing Theobald. Old Theobald was in the Dragoons until he was killed by the Orc leader Gardash and then brought back to life by a mysterious grey-eyed spear maiden as her war cleric champion. Along the way, he's made a covenant with an arcane artifact known as the Black Staff.
And Mr. Pippins. Get out of here.
and Mr. Pippins.
He's a
Death.
star, baby.
No. No. It's Tuesday, 7 o'clock. Thank you, everyone who is joining us, and hello to all those on YouTube. Hello, future people. Hopefully, everybody's had a good week. It is snowing here in Minnesota. So it's good to be on Zoom. So to jump into things right away, I'm going to make this as brief as possible. So we have no inspiration to give out this week. So on that part, I can just go to share screen on this and do the little spiel. Boom. For anyone who'd like to give inspiration to our players, which allows them to reroll with advantage, or do other fun things, please send subject line inspiration to downwithdragonsmailbag@gmail.com. Let me know the player and what reason that you think that they deserve inspiration, something to potentially save their bacon when they need that re-roll in dire straits or advantage, or give an opponent disadvantage, or if collected, a little twist of fate. Also, our ever-growing table of what is in Callan's mouth, subject line Callan's mouth, to downwithdragonsmailbag@gmail.com. It is a growing table of all the weird effects and things that could happen. I have a little chaos chart for when it can and can't happen, and basically every time it feels appropriate, I roll, and most of the time, unfortunately, I haven't rolled the right numbers, but on occasions, that table is used for the crazy things that could happen. Stop sharing. All right. So that being said, that out of the way, this is the third before our final episode. So things are wrapping up. Things are coming to a head. That being said, we're going to dive right in. Last time on Down with Dragons, the group arrived in Mirrorvale, although they arrived with a spectacular ovation, in a manner of speaking, they still were able to slip in rather unseen to the most part, except for the simple fact that they very quickly figured out that there was some sort of veil or bubble around Mirrorvale that seemed to, in some way, indicate their arrival to someone who was paying attention. Whether or not they were looking specifically for the group or cared, they know that somebody did notice. Callan and Maven ended up making their way to the Mirrorvale main library to do research. Maven, who is kind of a very familiar with that library and the labyrinth of bookshelves there within, warned Callan, stay close. It is a labyrinth. You may get lost. And Callan listened to none of that and immediately got lost. Upon getting lost, bumped into a beautiful elven woman who, after a brief conversation, invited him to join her for some more conversation. And he did, bewitched with her charms as it was. Maven, not noticing Callan being absent, found much information as she pulled books for research and started making theories and really collecting over the eras information charts and a beautiful mind connecting dots. um Theo, during all of this, found his way down to the docks, where he was looking into information on travel from Mirrorvale back to Dragonlock in a time frame that was advantageous for them. He got some leads and did find a couple promising leads. One, probably the most likely, though the specific time of that ship's arrival is not 100% known. And then Maven and Theo eventually reconnected, sharing all the information that Maven had gathered, as well as Theo with the travel potential. And upon their conversation and discovery that Callan had apparently been lost, a old blind furblog sailor joined their conversation and informed them of his knowing of a spot in the lake that may have the answers to the mystery location they are looking for. Some bartering was done, and an arrangement was made. The group will meet him on his boat the next day. Maven and Theo turn in for the night, and that is where we will pick up the next morning. Both of you waking up, whether you want, if there's something, a moment to do before going down to kind of get back together for breakfast. But that is where we're picking up. Does anyone
Where-
have?
There
Where
will
is
be
Callan right now?
That is a good question. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out sometime.
Lost to
Yeah,
time.
someday.
Theobald will have
You just sit there and look pretty.
geared up, like not right. He's expecting to go to the library, pick up Callan, hopefully, and one or the other head down to the docks, to the River's Eye and Kekin, the sailor, and so he's got us. He's all geared up. He's heading down for breakfast. So
All
Maven
right, so
spent.
you make your way.
Oh, yes.
No, I was just saying you make your way down.
Okay, we're
Go
having
ahead.
some difficulties with the cat. Okay, thank you. Mr. Pippins is gone and away for today's session.
yeah, I don't believe it. He'll be
so
back.
for now. So all night, Maven couldn't sleep. She was so excited to have a possibility of, well, one, she can potentially be able to reverse blindness. So that already, she's like, I could write 3 books about this. Let me draft my outline already. But more than that, she was trying to figure out a way in which the 3 of us, hopefully, once they found Callan, could pass unblinded by this light. And so we're probably not going to get our deposit back on this inn room, because she took the sheet on the bed, that thin sheet, cut it into many little strips, put them one on top of the other, and created some pretty thick blindfolds for the 3 of us. So that's what she spent all night doing, and she's got those tucked in her pack, ready to unveil. They are a little janky and smell a little bit because they were her bed sheets, but they should work.
Fair. So Maven did not rest.
Not she tried to, but more like a meditation. By the time the sun started to come up over the horizon, she figured she had lost her rest window.
Roll me just a Constitution save.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm being gracious. I'm giving you at least a shot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So that original roll is a 19 plus my con,
Okay.
which
So
is-
you are very tired,
Mhm.
but you don't take a level of exhaustion, seeing
Awesome.
as most of everything was in research and things like that, nothing too strenuous over the day. So yeah. Okay.
Like
So
the good old
you
days.
yeah,
You pull all night every once in a while.
I used to never
Yeah.
sleep my first year of grad school. Are you kidding me? You saw
Yeah.
coffee and Red Bull fueling my veins.
So you make your way downstairs. Theo is down there waiting at a table and eating some breakfast.
All right.
Push a cup of, it's not coffee, but have some of that.
I sit down. I'm buzzing. I'm excited. I'm very tired, but I'm just the possibilities of learning something new for Maven. That is like, that's everything. So
Driving
she
you
is,
through this, yeah.
yeah. I'm buzzing, but I definitely I uh I drink some coffee. I try to eat, but I'm a little nervous, so
Okay.
don't eat too much.
Anything you'd like to discuss over breakfast, or
Uh, well, Theo, did Mick come back? Or Mick, sorry. Did Callan come back last night?
Not yet. I checked on his room.
Mhm.
He
Nothing.
didn't sleep there.
Ugh. I mean, I've spent a few nights in that library, but I'm hoping that one of the custodians found him wandering the halls. We should check there before we head out to the docks. And
Yeah.
if he's not there, then I'm not sure what we're gonna do.
He'll catch up.
He always does. Absolutely.
We can't burn this lead.
all right, you make your way, or it's early in the morning. The other than there are a few people here and there bustling, and ironically, most of them towards the library. Most vendors, things like that, haven't opened really yet. You make your way through the city and find your way to that grand with all the sculptures and statues and the grand stairs leading up to the actual library. And as you approach and and Theo, this is your first time here. And really, I mean, regardless of new information, it's an impressive sight, and kind of taking all of this in. And as you approach, you see the dragon's statues. You see the statue of Queen Sorva, and as you're looking at that, just past your view, something catches your eye as Callan comes kind of half like jauntily, but yet kind of staggering a little bit down the stairs, looking a little, disheveled, a little confused, but in a good mood still at the same time. Comes kind of strolling down the library stairs. Callan, very quickly, you're a little, you woke up and were ushered out fairly quickly. You're in kind of mostly assembled state,
Mhm.
coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
And you see down Maven and Theobald, who are kind of at that statue, just about to work their way up the stairs, and there they are.
Told
Yeah.
you he'd show up.
And let's be honest, Callan is pretty much dancing down the stairs as he's,
Correction.
tucking in the last pieces of his, of his kit, make sure he's all prim and proper, ready for the day.
Gets closer, Theobald just sniff his breath a little bit.
Roll me a perception.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
If I blow a 20 on this, it'd be a 14. I'd like to use an inspiration. No.
It smells of booze, and there's a hint of perfume to him as well.
It's a roll.
God.
Oh, hey, Theobald, Maven. How are you doing? I learned a whole bunch of stuff. Really excited.
Great. We've got a lead. We've got a boat.
Is that what we were looking for?
We need to get out to, we have a lead out to the island. Is that not what we were looking for?
Oh yeah, totally. I got lots of stuff that'll help with that. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Good. Great. What do you got?
Oh, so you know
He
how you
steals
were
Maven's thunder at him.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Theobald. You know how you're helping me out with that familiar spirit summoning type of thing I was
Yeah.
interested in?
Yeah.
Well, I got a lot of help, and not really the same, but I figured out kind of sort of what Nima called a true compass tracking spell. So basically, if I have a piece of something or someone that I'm looking for, all I need to do is, just do a short ritual, and I've got a good location for them, a general direction to find them in.
Hmm.
I'm really excited about that. Come on, that's
Oh.
good, right?
Maven, you think that would work on Kekken?
Well. Well, okay, so before I get too far ahead, Maven puts her head against the feet of the queen statue, as is anytime she passes it, it's a ritual for her to send a prayer up to not necessarily a deity, but for her own knowledge and protection. She's not a religious person, but there are some old habits that die hard.
Yeah, Callan, just a reminder.
Yeah. So that's Queen Sorva, huh?
Uh-huh. And I am so happy not to have received you from the lost and found, as I have even had to be collected from there. Callan, where did you go? I know this library like the back of my hand, and I couldn't find you. Where did you go?
Come on, let's head to the boat. I'll hand over a loaf of bread to Callan as I'm
Walking and talking. Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Come on.
You know,
Come on,
Maven,
let's get moving.
that statue doesn't really do her feet justice.
What?
But Theobald would probably stop at that point too.
Excuse,
Maven,
Huh?
who is that?
That's Queen Sorva. She was what?
That's what I thought, right?
Uh-huh.
So we
And
both know that's Queen Sorva. Where's the confusion?
she, she, she she's dead, right, Scott? No, she's like
She's one of the immortally blessed dragon
Oh, yeah.
god ruler,
Okay.
all of
That's what I
that.
thought. That's what I thought. So cool. I just wanted to double check.
And
She's
with other information. Yeah.
she's she's the queen of Mirrorvale. She's partially why we have such a fantastic and gigantic library. How did
Yeah, she's really nice.
what? I mean, well, yes, she's one of the most gracious people in the realm. She's kind and benevolent and educated, but how do you what?
Yeah, I mean, she's really helpful. And oh my goodness, she loves to dance, wine, food, indulgence. I would have pegged her for a Terrapin worshiper if I didn't know any better.
Who are you you met her?
Yeah, like I said, she helped me out with a whole bunch of stuff that I was looking for.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. What was she like? Was she how tall is she? I always thought she would be tall. And did she how'd she smell? I always thought that she might smell like, old books or maybe like mahogany. It was and did she ever mention did she mention ever anyone named Halstead by chance? What was she like? Tell me everything. What'd she say? Where was she? I've how did you find her?
I need help from the DM. I can't remember.
I Maven, I'm so happy to hear that we're such friends that you would pry for details.
She's
Pause for 1 second. What, Theobald?
Did not Sealy tell us that? Or am I mixing this up? Was this information that Callan got and forgot to pass on? Something about the dragon gods and the immortals. Do we know that there's a connection with that or not?
You do.
Yeah. Did Sealy tell us that?
She did.
was
Yeah.
I there for that or was that a different
That
time?
was
I
the
think that was our death scene.
death.
Okay, cool. That's
That-
what I
But
thought.
that's okay if you forgot, right? It was a
Yeah,
big
no, it was a
maybe
lot to absorb.
hallucinatory. A lot to absorb. Theobald will be looking wide-eyed
When it kicks in, just
when it kicks in. Shut up,
This is-
shut up, shut up. He's gonna be looking around. Go, 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 go,
She was my childhood
go,
hero.
go, go.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, we're going. We're
They
going towards the boat.
Are the dragon gods.
What?
Go.
Going. Yeah, sure. Going.
so you get ushered along very quickly. And
Ushered is a
start-
kind word.
Yeah. And every now and then, as you know,
I'd like to make a perception check while I'm
sure, you can make
A running perception check.
running perception check.
paranoid. Yeah.
Calling owl out.
Oh,
Natural 20.
what are you looking for?
I'm looking for someone who's watching Callan.
Maven
That'd be a
for sure.
total
is.
of 26 for
Yeah.
Maven seems.
besides Maven. Strangers.
I'm just
Stranger
looking
danger.
Stranger danger. Oh, thankfully, due to the time of the morning, other than people coming, like the few people that are making their way towards the library, and a few vendors here and there that are getting ready for the day, there's not much activity. So it is really easy to see. No one gives any craps about you guys as you move.
All right, that makes Theobald feel a little better, but he's still
Yeah.
gonna be pushing them and like get out of this square, this monument area.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like, and as you're looking around every now and then, all of a sudden you connect eyes with a statue of a dragon.
Yeah,
it's like, you over the next course of like about 40 minutes make your way through the city. Every now and then, as the silence becomes unbearable, as Theobald is like, no, come on, keep going. Let's go. Let's down this way. We'll lose whoever could be, might be, we'll go down this way. We'll cut back that way, and going around. And every now and then, Maven just like, seriously, like what color were her eyes? Like, were they,
Yeah. How
just
does she smell?
bursting. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think if Callan, understands what Theo's doing, and at some points he'd protest like, no, Queen Sorba, she was just so nice. We don't have to worry about her. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's very blatant to what there's no insight needed. Like he is just paranoidly like, they're behind that bush,
Hey, okay.
Don't walk right in front of that alley.
So you make your way down to the docks. Maven fangirling, Callan occasionally just, hey, it's not that big of a deal. Like she's cool, and Theo just go now, red team, go, and you make your way down to the River's Eye. Takes a little bit. You weren't given like perfect directions because, how do you from a blind man? But eventually you basically find yourself on everyone. Well, I hope everyone. I know someone's younger. Everyone's seen Jaws.
Yes.
The orca.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that's the boat, except it has a from coming from beneath deck, a water wheel. And sitting on the boat, you see the old furbog and a fairly burly, but only about 5'5", just thick half orc, who is just kind of sitting on the edge of the boat where the lines are and is just kind of sitting there. And he's got two decent tusks kind of protruding from his bottom lip and doesn't look like no shirt. I mean, he looks very much a sailor, just short for a half orc. And as you kind of finally find, and make your way, you'll just you'll hear the captain just, I think our party has arrived.
Yes.
Callan, give me your purse.
Callan? Yeah.
Callan, give me your purse.
Yeah, no problem.
Push him onto the boat. Up to the bed. Push him up the gangplank.
You are roughly shoved onto the ship.
Come on.
Callan,
now.
kicking, Callan, Maven.
Do we have our accord ready?
Bounce the bag.
Sounds about right. And he'll kind of hold out his hand.
Pull out the other 200 that I had set aside. So I got 2 small bags. Hand it over to him.
I'll count this once we make our way. Feels about right, though.
Don't drop
And
it.
we still have our deal. Your eyes.
We'll get to that if said event actually takes place.
Theobald's gonna take up a post till the gangplank is pulled in. Just kind of thump the black staff and just have her be ready.
Okay.
Watching the docks.
All right.
On the are we I hand out our very crudely made eye coverings to
Blindfolds.
each of them. Blindfolds, yes, that would probably be a better word for that. And I hold them up to Callan and Theo, and I say, okay, so mostly, Callan, this is for you. Theo, you probably know what this is already. I'll tie these onto
Sleeping
you.
mask. Got it. Yeah, I know what to do with these.
No,
I am tired. I am a little tired, so thank you.
when we
Got a
get,
couple days to get there, but yeah.
yeah, when
About 4 to be exact.
when we get close, tie these on. About a day's out, put these on. And I'll put mine on too because we're gonna need to be able to see when we get there. Okay?
Okay.
You don't want
Okay.
to see as you get there. You want to see once you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you'll be seeing just like me. And he lifts the patch up and you see the chroma again. Callan for the first time. He flips it down. The other one is opaque, just
Just kind of lean over to Callan. Maven's got dibs already.
We're buying his eyes? Is that what's
No,
going?
we're not buying it.
Okay.
for
Anyway.
a premium, I might add. And all of a sudden he'll turn and he'll just start walking, feeling his way along up towards the steering wheel, and he'll all of a sudden just lean back, oars, and you'll see the half orc just cast off the line, and he'll go below deck, and all of a sudden that water wheel will start to spin.
Hmm.
And it's like, learn to sail. And you start to make your way away from the dock.
Your man need any help down there?
Oh, I'm sure he'd like a break from time to time.
Clap Callan on the shoulder. This nice and loud so he can hear. Callan's a strong young man. I'm sure he'd be glad to help out.
I
Real
would.
helpful. Real helpful.
You
like that.
would.
Yeah, I guess I would.
Maybe
Right.
take him up front and sit him down and keep him quiet until we get further out. I'm gonna be watching as we pull out, and we need to have a talk
Roll me another perception check, sir.
with advantage with Owl.
Sure.
Whew, I'm glad I had perceptor. Glad I had advantage. That'd be a 25 versus a natural 1. So
All right. With a 25. As you have pulled away, making your way out, you'll see it's starting to pick up now, especially at the harbor. Like a lot of, ships that are starting to get ready to, set out, and some that are just coming in. As you're just getting to the edge of seeing the dock clearly, Owl specifically with his eyes kind of pings you to look through his eyes. And through all this motion that is moving back and forth on the docks, you see one person just standing there, not looking out onto the water.
towards us.
Your general direction, yes.
Like send Owl closer.
Send out closer.
Yep.
So you're moving opposite directions, but you've got plenty of range now, sir. How close? Close enough to see?
Yep.
Okay.
Risk it.
Let me make a perception check, sir.
I'll think. Owl needs to think real hard, like a seagull, like a gull. Think like a gull. Don't eat the gulls. Just think like the gull.
Right. Due to the owl's size, a seagull comes through and plucks him up. Mine,
Yes, exactly.
No. As owl starts to kind of try to fly naturally, but
Casually. Casually.
casual.
Fly casual.
Wide circle. You get closer and closer, and as you would get to that point where Owl could see clearly the person, you'll see the person kind of just lifts their hood up and grabs the edge of it and just tilts, almost a sign of like hello, and then turns their back and walks away.
All right. Poof, Owl.
Good sized person though.
Good sized person.
Yep.
So potentially male, female.
Depending
Can't
on the race. I mean, it could be large human male, it could be half orc of any gender, could be I mean,
but not a delicate
right.
elf.
Definitely not a delicate elf.
Right. Well, Poof Owl and Poof Owl back to the boat.
Okay. All right. So you make your way out, an hour, 2, 3.
Heading
Is
up
there
front, heading up to the bow where Maven and Callan, I'm assuming, are fangirling over.
Sure, absolutely. By all means.
I am grilling you. I need every detail.
Okay. Oh, well, she was just so gracious. I got a little lost, but she helped me out, and helped me figure out Nema's spellbook quite a bit. She brought me to her fancy laboratory / dining hall. We sat and ate. She just said she was just very interested in helping. And I really got a big leg up on decoding Nema's book. So that was helpful. I can speak to animals now. You can do that, can't you?
I can.
Yeah.
How did you ha- I mean, she's so go ahead.
Yeah.
Ellen, how much
And-
did you tell her about us?
Well, and she was just so gracious. So, what kind of friend would I be if I denied her all the brightest facets of my character?
Hmm.
But
Did you
Yeah,
tell
she
her what
didn't-
we're looking for?
no, it didn't
Mhm.
come up. I was ready to tell her, don't worry, it's all boring work stuff. We didn't talk about it at all.
Thea would like to do an insight check.
By all means, roll me an insight, sir.
You were right. He came back.
A
Someone familiar.
15. It's a 15.
15. 15. He seems honest enough. There. It's not that he's in any way lying, but he might be holding a little bit of detail back, but everything he's saying is true.
What
Okay.
did you tell her, Callan?
Well,
And
I
how
had
did
to-
you leave things this morning after your night of frolicking?
Good word for it. Well, I woke up. She had a robust staff of servants there to kind of attend to me and, nudge me out, normal stuff. But pretty good.
What did you tell her about you? Did you tell her about any of us?
I didn't come up. She didn't ask.
What did you tell
You
her?
didn't
What
mention
did
me?
you talk to her about?
You probably at least
I mean,
told of you're traveling with your friends and brought up their names, but the details specifically of that part, did not come up.
she really didn't
The two
pry
of you
too
just
much.
sat
So.
and worked on your book.
Yeah.
And
She
Theobald
was
is still just
so
kind of looking
helpful.
back at the both of you like, have you not put this together yet? Like, maybe-
I mean, Maven.
I thought after Gardosh killed us all, did you two saw Sealy, right?
What are you talking about? I'm just kidding.
Who?
I have no recollection of that event at all.
Oh yes.
Grizzle.
So
Grizzle.
this. Yeah, you're checking in with us. Sealy Grizzle. She
Theobald's gonna
herself into
walk out
1,000
to Callan and like hold your shoulders, like, Callan, like, did you see Sealy when we came back? When she brought us back, did you see Sealy?
Theo, relax. Yes, Sealy. She broke herself into 1,000 parts for us.
Yes. Why did she do that?
Because she really likes us a lot.
The story. What about the gods, Callan? Callan, focus.
The gods are false gods,
Right,
and they are stealing power from the inhabitants of Karat.
right. And the rulers they left for us.
Are, in this case, really nice.
Maven, do you remember that? Was it just me?
Oh, I remember. You have to understand, Theo. I have been idolizing this person since I knew what it meant to idolize someone. She's
looking
like,
around, make sure that Kaken is at the back.
Yeah,
of one. Like,
Like if anything, he's kind of
she is one of them.
I know, but also, did she smell good or not, Khaled? You won't tell me, and I have to know.
All right, Theobald's just gonna
Okay,
turn
between
and-
the two
and
of
head
you,
up to the front of the boat.
I am at a new level of appreciating what happened. So,
Got a headache.
oh yeah,
I get-
Maven. Let me tell you all about it.
So Theo, as you walk away from that, get to the front, and you get to the captain who's standing there, and he kind of just in your general direction. Care for a drink?
Yeah.
Kind of just opens up. It looks like it's part of the steering column that opens up, and he just hands a bottle. He's like,
Classy.
sounds like you're dealing with crew that doesn't appreciate the stakes.
Yeah. I'll put the bottle back
Captain's
towards
work
his
is
hand.
never done.
Damn straight. Hand him back the bottle and nudge his hand with it so he can grab it. Thank you.
Wipes the top. All right. Anything during this first day anyone would like to accomplish?
Apparently throttling Callan until he tells Maven how the dragon god smells is on order, but
She smells so good.
Oh, I bet she does. Oh, I bet she
Maybe
Like flowers and sulfur. I mean, it's such a win.
I'll just describe every little detail I remember, the colors in the room, the smells, and la la la, whatever.
You might make up a few.
Everything
Yeah.
Maven wants to know.
Mhm.
As the night wore on, I just let her know that whatever comfort she may find in my company, she's welcome to it.
And how'd that go?
Mhm.
Mhm.
A gentleman doesn't tell.
Oh my stars and garters. And I take a lap around the boat because I'm like, again, it's like if Bono hooked up with my college roommate. Like that's the level of, or like I don't know. There's not a lot of superstars I know right now, but Bono was the first one. To think of.
I thought it was an
Why?
interesting choice, but
I don't know why.
hey, you know.
But I'm just like, I know someone who hooked up with my childhood hero, and also I'm a lot jealous that it wasn't me. That
I can appreciate. Okay. Yeah.
Alan gets it.
I and I am like, okay, so I ask, because Callan and I are gossiping, we're talking about all that cool stuff, and cool teen things. Dad wouldn't get it, and we're talking, and I just say, okay, look, all right, okay,
Swallow.
dragon gods are bad, and that means that then but does she, okay, here's the thing, does she know they're bad? Right? Was she obviously evil, Callan?
No, absolutely
Exactly.
not obviously evil.
I-
No.
Captain's gonna lean towards the table. I wasn't even listening to all of it, and I think I understand a little bit more. Just kidding.
Then, okay, so we have a task and we don't know who's listening, so we gotta be vague. But if we do what we gotta do, then, maybe if she's good, she'll still be alive and also cool. And then you'll let me meet her and and then I can know what she smells like, because oh my God, I bought her perfume
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely. Well, hey, I have my spell book and she was touching it quite a bit. Would you like to sniff that?
I would, you son of a bitch.
And literally, as he declares this, there's actually some pieces of paper that have her handwriting of like the spells that he transcribed, even with her flourishes.
Ah,
Ah!
it looks just like I dreamt it would.
All right. Is there outside of fangirling and playing into it
Yes.
that anyone would like to achieve with this first day of travel?
I do want to do an Arcana check on the book. I do want to do that.
Okay.
Theobald is all right. We found Callan. So you step back to the back of the boat where these two can hear. I need to.
Well, they're a little bit busy talking.
Well,
they might not hear because
That's true. And at this point, they may not care, right? Deeply, really important stuff. But we need to put a call into Sealy. It's like, I got the hearing. These two are being, yeah. So, Sealy, it's Theobald. I think Maelstrom is in trouble. If there's any way to help her, please do so. But please be careful yourself. Whether that sinks in with Callan and Maven hearing that, but if they're busy smelling the book.
For clues.
Sniffing Callan to see what this perfume smells like.
For context, my clan has a very so I grew up around the Bright Star. I think it's Bright Star, True Star clan, and we all orc clans have a specific smell. Firstly, to ward off predators, but also to recognize each other quicker. Besides having, insignias or whatever. So smell to Maven is like very, very important. So just so y'all don't think I'm just a total freak, like
No,
that
I
is
think that
so
makes sense.
important.
It's a cool idea. I like it.
Okay. Repeat. I finally found my note with that. Repeat for me one more time. What
Sealy, it's Theobald. I think Maelstrom is in trouble. If there's any way to help her, please do so. But please be careful yourself.
After a short time, you'll hear a response. Oh, hi, Theo. Yeah. You aren't you with her? No, not yet. You're not. Nope. Yep, she's in trouble. But she won't be. But she might get into trouble still. You're gonna be fine. And that's where it ends.
All right, that's actually somewhat reassuring for Theobald. So he says, yeah, she's in trouble, but she won't be in trouble, and that we're fine.
That's good.
I think.
Callan, I
That's-
called
that's-
her yesterday, and she told me, she called me Cicero,
Mhm.
and said she's a little tied up at the moment, and that we needed to keep our noses clean. And I just got the feeling that something wasn't right.
Why would she call you Cicero?
Exactly.
Huh.
I've heard that name. Give me time to think. I know that name. I know it.
Cicero?
Well, yeah. Give me some time.
I have no clue. I don't know any Ciceros.
I
Well-
gotta rack my brain.
I thought she was just didn't want someone to know who she was talking to, but if there's more to it, let me know.
Mm. Can
Callan
do.
has a inclination that he might have heard of it from history or literature.
Well, I already know the way for you. Maven, how are you thinking you know this name?
My thoughts are either through nicknames of the Scalebound. So everyone has their own little operative name. So mine's like Amanita, which and etc. I'm either thinking I know it from there just because I have a really good memory and I know a lot of people, or in my many, 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 many times going to that library, especially studying ancient history,
Mhm.
that name comes up somewhere. And the where I'm not sure.
I would like you to make me a
Mm.
history check with disadvantage.
Okay. Bet.
Callan, you can make me a flat history check.
Nope,
That is a
that's- Oh, go ahead.
14.
14?
Yep.
Callan got a 6.
6. Okay. Callan, like there is something you're like, that does sound like there's something. Was it during one of the festivals? Was that character? Did someone go by the Great Sister? I'm not sure. Maven, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when it came to your time here in Mirrorvale, when it came to your like what you did here, you were pretty much focused on research and like a little, not to say goody two shoes, but like you were very academically focused.
As
Would you
much
agree?
as yeah, for sure. For sure.
The name does sound vaguely familiar, but only of like it's a name you might have heard like whispered a shelf over of kind of he's kind of like an arcane components, you know, like under the table black
Mhm.
market type of fella.
Mm-hmm.
You've never met him other than like racking your brain a little bit, spending like an hour thinking about like where have I heard that name. It's like, and it just dawns on you almost when you stop thinking about it and go back to okay, research, all right, looking at your notes, and then it's like holy crap, you know.
Mhm.
And just a whisper of a name that is kind of an arcane black market dealer, or at least tied to it in some way.
Okay. All right.
Details of who he is, how to get in touch with him, and you have no idea. That's about the most you get is like that name.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. That's I assume as soon as I figure out that name, I run up to Theo and I say, Black Market! Just out of nowhere. Um,
Black market what?
Cicero, Black Market, Arcane Goods. He's Black Market guy. Bad man. Illegal man.
Bad man.
Bad
Station.
illegal man.
Where?
Jail.
Where?
Here, Mirrorvale.
Shit. Do you think we were supposed to go find him?
I don't know. We can find him when we get back if we have to. If your code name is intentional, which it might not be, it could be due to your lady wife undercover.
Or maybe
Mhm.
she just wanted to, again, someone's listening in who else would be contacting her via that means. Maybe it was just someone she knew.
Maybe.
I don't like that it was someone out of Mirrorvale, though. That gives them a place to look.
Well, we're not in Mirrorvale right now, so yay.
Mm.
All right. Well, we
What-
can't do anything about it right now, but thank you. That maybe helps.
Yeah, we
Back up.
should check in with that guy when we get a chance. And he might be black market, but come on, Maven. You as anybody knows, it's not all black and white. He's probably not that bad of a guy. Come on.
It's more of a gray market.
Never met a black market guy who was totally evil.
He harvests his organs to feed his family. I'm
Right.
sorry you're missing your kidney, but someone's got to eat.
All right. I'm gonna pull my earring out, pull the white earring out, hand it over to Callan. Next time, don't run off. We trade. Tomorrow, we need to call Leech and see if he knows where Slate is.
Sounds good.
If Leech can pull Slate into this, I don't know. Maybe Slate's already got the tattoo on him.
Yeah, we don't know where he stands right now.
I'm gonna need to, on our way back, I'll need to borrow it and get in touch with a couple people.
Okay.
Put my black earring back in.
So, if that is all for the first day, I will say that evening ends. This would be the 11th of Barnova, and that evening there is kind of that aurora borealis in the night sky, and a very vivid, brilliant kind of shooting star that or shooting, one of them that takes quite a long time to actually streak across the sky and actually disrupts that aurora borealis as it goes through. Day 2. Would someone roll me a D10, please?
Alan's on it. A 7.
Okay, 7. Anything we'd like to accomplish today?
I would like to make an Arcana check on the book.
Yep, forgot about that.
And-
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Roll me that
It could
Arcana
wait.
check.
Yes, that is. I rolled it earlier because I was so excited. It's a 19.
19. Okay.
Mhm.
So it is, as you've looked at it before,
Mhm.
it is a kind of druid's accumulated ritual book, which, as from what Callan mentioned, there's some custom things in there as well. There are now new kind of tags with notations that obviously Callan has referenced that Sorva herself wrote and attached to certain pages, as well as in the very beginning page opening. It has, as I described to Callan, it is a undergrad being taught something from like Stephen Hawking of how quantum physics works, and it is in shorthand. And you have the most, even you have a very simplistic understanding of how this is supposed to help with decoding. But because you yourself have put your own book into its own sort of kind of druid crafty language of, encoding, there's a part of it that you're like, okay, wow, that's really hard to follow. And it's like, that would take time. But apparently this is like instructions on how to decode, which would help when doing it, just to take time. But still, it is better than kind of the blindly trying to decode it without a key. Now you have, here's how to make a key for each thing. Her penmanship is glorious. It is old looking. It just somehow, it's just that kind of looking at old Victorian like letter, like there's just something about it. But beyond that, the book is no more magical than it ever was. It is a book with magical scripts inside.
And her writing doesn't ping anything off of my radars. Nothing.
Maybe
Besides
you're
being
fangirl,
gorgeous.
maybe you're fangirl.
Yeah.
But beyond that, Like, and even there might be, yeah, one or two things where it's like, do you see how she actually underlines this word and crosses her T with it? So elegant, you know?
It's beautiful. I can't believe it.
Beyond
Oh,
that, nothing, yeah, nothing truly arcane is pinging off this book.
okay. Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anything,
I'm.
oh, what?
Oh, go ahead.
Anything
Oh,
else?
I
Good to
have
you?
another.
Okay. You have
Yeah.
something?
Yes.
What?
Well, I want to talk to Theo and Callan about getting more information from the captain, seafarer, about his experiences with going blind. And Theo and him seem to have bonded already over drink. And so I think I bring that up to Theo in the morning, like, okay, listen, I need you to get me more information.
On the way back, let's not irritate him before he gets us to the island.
Well, it's kind of important to know before we get there so that we don't go blind and have our eyes turn to chrome,
Said
Theo.
the light, it was at night, the aurora borealis went down and flashed, so we just don't put our blindfolds on before we get there.
You're right. You're right. There's gotta be more. There has to be more. And did you see the sky last night?
Yeah,
Did
I
that look
was
normal
sleeping,
to
but
you?
then you two woke me up with your oohing and eyeing. So yes,
And did that look normal and run of the mill and easily taken away with an eye bandage to you?
I ain't from around here. Maybe, I don't know.
Come on, Theo. I mean, I feel like I've got some frame of reference that crusty old sea captains like nothing better than to sit in the cabin and chat until something happens. I don't know where it's from. Maybe, like a book I read but
In your time in the
Show me
library.
the way to go home. Bum, bum, bum. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
there was this book about a
Fine,
shark and they closed down the island.
Fine, I'll talk to him. God,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You're the best.
Callan, give me your flask.
Here you go. You got all that gold covered? You sure I don't need to, pitch in, or that was a lot of gold?
Yeah, you're 300, you're 30 platinum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Callan, since he probably was, convinced to or compelled to go help row.
Oh, by the way, yeah, that actually I've been waiting for the right spot. When you were about to go to bed last night, the boat started to slow down. Everyone felt it, and the short half orc came up, kind of peeked his head, looking around, and just, yeah. And then he brings you down, and underneath there is kind of just the and like there is some wooden gears kind of to assist, kind of like a 10 speed, but basically he just kind of points and he's like, you grab, turn.
Okay. Okay. So is the half orc talkative if I chat him up?
That's what you turn seemed like.
So yeah, so as Callan, you kind of, okay, take off, a layer and start turning. So how about, and you just see him just take a sheet and just towards the wall.
Okay. Got it. So all right. That's
Turn quieter.
what I'm turning as quiet as I can. I'll probably fumble around looking for if there's a more efficient way to do it, but then after just like give up and like
I mean, obviously sea shanties, but
Callan, roll me an intelligence check.
Because
I feel this is right up to Callan's.
right. So it's a 15.
Oh yeah. So as you do this, and every time now and then, like every time you start to look around, you kind of stop to look around. You just hear him just turn, and jeez. He starts to get into a deep snoring, and you're not seeing anything around here and then you're like, wait. You spend 10 minutes casting Unseen Servant. Turn. And starts
Right on.
turning, and you just kind of sit back and just
Cool. So, and then if during that part of the night, if I have my book back from Maven at this point,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted it back, you would,
right. So I'll sit down there
I don't
and
know.
relax while the Unseen Servant takes over.
Yeah.
And I myself will check over like the new notations and stuff in the book to see what else Queen Sorva might have left behind.
Mhm.
And
roll me
Yeah.
investigation.
okay. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Looking over, other than the arcane notes, things like that, right now, from what you're seeing, it is exactly what you remember. It is just very like beautiful penmanship, as Maven's pointed out repeatedly. Other than that, it is everything you went over, and kind of re-looking, especially at her kind of how to decode, create a key. Some of it makes more sense than other parts, but there's definitely reviewing that. You feel like if you spend enough time trying to figure that out, it'll make the decoding process actually a lot easier. For creating a key with your roll, you can give yourself a little tick of 1. You need 5 complete above the DC using this to create a key for your next ritual. You have to do that every time for each ritual, and then spend the normal price and component cost, all that stuff, to actually transcribe. But this, after you get 5 successes with that, create a key so that you can actually do that process.
Okay.
And then so I'll say you're at least also, as you're doing this research, coherent enough that every 49 minutes you start a 10-minute ritual to resume. And by the time Ors wakes up and you see him start to stir, and you're like, hey, get out of here, and he wakes up, he pats you on the back. You roll good. Go.
Yeah.
And he takes over.
No problem. Oh, well, I guess also specifically, Callan is looking. Did she maybe drop a hair in between the leaves of the book that she
Scale or
Roll me another
fingernail talon?
investigation.
16 plus 21.
No. As you look through, you're not finding anything. Though, as you're looking through, you do kind of keep scratching the back of your neck, and eventually you realize there might be maybe a little indent of a bite or fingernails or something.
Oh,
But beyond that,
no.
nothing.
Can you use the perfume?
They have to put him down. He's been bitten by a vampire.
Okay. Yeah, that's nothing. Whatever.
Damn dragon.
Well, where dragon?
A dark night.
So
He gets
now,
all his gold out in a pile and sits on it.
Theo, back to what you were about to do. That was going back the night before.
Yeah.
Theo or Callan, you, after spending such a long night, you get some rest going into the beginning of that day into the late morning. And then that conversation happens, and Theobald around noonish, borrowing a flask, you go to talk to Keegan, Captain Keegan.
Captain Keegan.
Mhm.
Tolthabar Nova.
Mhm.
I'll kind of slosh the flask a little bit and nudge his hand with it.
As you shake the flask and you're going to do it, he just grabs it. Like, he's like, I can see like a bat boy. And takes a drink. Ooh. Pretty good. Where'd you get your hands on that?
The trick of our rower.
I heard he did good work.
Yeah,
Oars doesn't like to say much to anyone, but he said he rowed good.
he's strong back.
I rode well.
Yeah, it kind of looks over. It's like, he must be strong. He doesn't look in any way even fatigued.
Sure, to
So
emphasize that, Callan is dancing or something.
Do you hear the rhythm?
So Maven and Kellen want me to talk to you more about when you went blind. See if you got any other details you can
Way to
think
rat
of.
me out.
Aye, and some good hooch, you would probably loosen my tongue.
Yeah, that was my part of the conversation.
All right, what do you want to know? Takes another drink.
I don't know, anything you can think of. I thought you told it pretty good the first night there, but you're out sailing, fishing. You've been thinking about it. Nobody else goes through there. It was that night, pulled down the Aurora Borealis to a point and you saw a flash.
Aye.
You have an after image or anything?
After image. Well, roll me a persuasion check, by the way, just for how much.
That'd be a dirty one.
He's like, aye, after image for a blind man. I get it.
I didn't mean it like that.
I assume you didn't, but I told you what I know. There's not much else to it, other than this damn anchor tied to me head.
Yeah.
Damn it.
How big is it? Pulling around that anchor in your head. How big do you think this place is?
Oh, hard to say. I'll be honest. I other than I've used it to navigate my way, because I know where here is, or there, kind of points in the direction you're heading. And he's like, and it helps me still captain me ship. Beyond that, I honestly try not to talk about it too much or think about it. If it wasn't for the fact that I haven't had a job that pays too well in quite some time, as most people don't want to hire a blind captain. If I hadn't been listening into your little conversation, I honestly probably still wouldn't be thinking about it.
Fair enough. There are many people looking for this place over the years.
Not that I have ever heard of. Most people, when they're going here and there, it's upriver and back downriver. Not a whole lot of searching for that island of lost and blind and curse and all of that can do this to you.
So over the years, what do you think is out there?
Oh, I think there'll be trouble. Anything that does this just by catching a glimpse can't be good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the price, I wouldn't even want to hang out waiting for you.
Well, we appreciate it.
You're paying for your appreciation.
Yep.
Let's take a picture. Hi, buddy.
But if it'll help you, and he kind of looks in that general direction. You can tell her the chrome eye happened a few days after I went blind. That'll probably at least keep her busy until you're well on your way, or you're all blind and you'll find out yourselves.
Able to kind of chuckle and thank you. That's all I needed. Something.
I understand what it's like. Been married 5 times.
I'll take that flask again then. Do you need another pull?
Aye. And I'll pass it back. Oars, more speed.
Take it back. I'll take a swig. Hand it off to Callan again.
All right. How'd that serve you?
Maven, he says the eye didn't turn to chrome until a couple days after he went blind.
Gives me so many more questions.
Ooh.
He doesn't know much more than that.
Up
Oh,
front
it's
here.
not
Ah,
about-
shit. Good hearing, man.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I was hoping he could hear that. I'm also loving that they all think I'm somebody's wife. Damn medieval fantasy patriarchy. All right. That's my feminist.
Oh
soap.
no, that had nothing to do with that. That had to be I have been the
The person told to go do
volunteer-
things.
Yep. And it's normally by my wife or my female friends that it's like, you
True.
didn't ask enough questions, go ask questions.
It's written on your hand. What's
She
with
told
the
me
eye?
not to come home until I have asked you.
Home with the eye or not at all.
Oh gosh.
Absolutely.
Look,
I
man,
know,
can you
I-
just do me a
I-
favor?
I do have so many questions about the eye, like just as someone imagining, like out of character and also in character. I'm like, is it attached to the nerves? Is there? I know it's not supposed to be that big. Maybe it is supposed to be that big of a deal, but I'm just like, maybe that's the looking glass. Maybe the looking glass was in front of us all along. This
That brings
man's
up a good point.
Do.
What's this looking glass supposed to look like? Did you find out there when you were researching?
Well, you know, the classic irony would be the looking glass is a chrome eye. I'm just saying. Could, you know, and not just because I want it, because I like to collect shiny things, but also
So we don't know what it looks like.
no clue. No, looking glasses can take many forms. It could be a hand mirror, could be a magnifying lens, could be some glasses. Any glass you look through is technically a looking glass if
That'd be
we're
our
going
luck.
to
It'd be
play.
a dragon-sized looking glass.
No. It
It's
I'll-
enormous.
and angry.
Oh, Theobald just gets a sour look on his face. He looks over at the water. Is this water
Oh,
reflective
God.
at all?
Oh,
Very. And placid. Like it's perfect sheen even when the boat goes through.
no. I don't know how to transport a whole lake. That's gonna be a really long boat ride.
Callan, job opportunity.
Move the lake? I'm on it.
Unseen servant, bail water. He goes from one side of the boat with a bucket to the other side.
No, after a while, you'll see Callan starting another ritual, and then he starts writing in the sky, "Help wanted, seeking lake movers. Apply at the dock."
Callan,
What?
Is that you? Stop it. Stop it.
What? I said, I
We are here.
Going that way.
you don't think that'll
Mystery
help?
Island.
I mean, I'm so happy you're so confident in me, but I can't move a whole lake myself, Theobald. Come on.
At least one other person to help. Okay.
I had a bad feeling about this.
I do too. I do too. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You guys are kind of talking about the eye and stuff. So Callan will try out another one of his new tricks and do detect magic as a ritual and take a look around and focus on like the eye in the captain's head.
Oh, okay. Roll me an Arcana check.
That's a 6.
But it's a 6. How nonchalant are you being after you've cast this? Or are you just like doing what Theobald's doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, Callan is being absolutely obtuse about just about everything he's doing. So this is no different.
You're just poking him right in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a
basically.
certain point you will get, as you just like, stop that. Like, what are you doing?
Just curious.
About what?
Your eyes.
All right, I'm assuming after that conversation before, it'd be the chrome one.
Sure.
All right, and he switches the patch to the other eye so you can see like the chrome eye.
Huh? Ah, fascinating.
Looking at it more carefully, there's nothing arcane coming off of it. But you can actually almost see like it's embossed on the chrome, like a pupil and the whole, like a normal eye, like it's almost looks like it's embossed or engraved into it. And
That's so
like it moves as he's like, get a good look.
So remnants of it actually being an eye at one time.
Yep.
Huh.
You don't
Curious.
notice it unless you're really looking careful.
Oh, so then he'll like shield him from the light and see if it like the pupil moves.
It dilates.
Roll me a perception check.
I mean, of course it probably doesn't, but what if? All right, so that's a 13.
Did it move? Nah, it's probably the trick of the light.
Oh, that would be so fascinating if it did.
Well, thank you for indulging me.
Switches the patch. Now, unless you want to go roll some more, go away.
Anytime. I do some of my best thinking when I'm rowing.
Callan, have you talked to Leech yet today?
I have not. All right.
Go talk to Leech.
To talk to Leech. All right.
Back there.
What are we asking him?
Why don't you go back there and talk to your friends?
I am. I'm going back to talk to my friends.
You're full of shit. Go back there.
No farther.
See if he's home. See if he knows if Slate can be trusted.
Okay. All right. Calling Leech. Hey, Leech buddy, it's Callan. How are you doing? We're deep on our mission. Just one thing. Do you know if Slate is good with us, if you know what I mean? And can you catch him up to speed? If so, and see if he can help.
Within a few moments, response comes back. Oh, Callan, right? Yeah, I'm good. By the way, thanks for asking. I'm back home. Oh, that's almost Scottish. Wow. Pirate to Australian doesn't go well together. Shrimp on the barbie. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna read it. My brain's not. They're not working together. Okay. Callan, right? Yeah. I'm good. I'm back home. Thanks for asking. No, not sure about Slate. He hasn't been around since you guys originally left. Maybe a day or so after. Not sure where he is. Once again, I made it home. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I don't know why that was screwing my brain so much, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, understandable.
Leech, he says he hasn't seen Slate since a couple days after we left.
For
and
high for
doesn't know what happened to him. Oh, and also he'd like you to know that he is home and made it back safe.
good. Yeah, I noticed you forgot that part.
Did I?
Did I?
Did you ask him how it's going making my moss armor?
Probably.
I'm just kidding. I'll have to wait longer, I guess.
He's a good guy. He'll get on it.
I don't know, Kellen. What do you think? Should we contact Slate and see if he can see
Try
if he
to-
knows anything?
That's a risk, isn't it?
Yeah.
A gamble.
I mean, if disappeared means the Scalebinder got him wrapped up somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if we can risk it. We'll have to find him when we get back.
Okay.
Slate's on one of our strays that we picked up.
Hmm.
Leech kind of adopted him, which may be why he disappeared a couple days after we left.
Adopted.
Well,
Hmm.
Forcefully.
yeah, we weren't sure. We found him in a grave.
Huh, as so often we are found, it seems.
Seems to be going around.
Like the plague.
Dun dun dun. All right. Next day of travel.
Yes.
Someone roll me another d10. Somebody else.
I can roll it.
Because we have a 7.
That's a 3.
That is a 3.
I don't know what that means, but I'm nervous about it
That's
nonetheless.
Good. Anything you'd like to accomplish today? No?
Table's gonna be
Yeah.
resting up.
We're a day out, right?
You're about a day out. And you're even
I-
told that roughly like within the next roughly like 20 hours you should get there.
I put on my blindfold and I urge the others to do the same. So I'm bumbling around the deck with no eyes. How good did I make this blindfold? I would like to know that because I'm going to leave that up to you.
Oh no. No. Don't worry. We'll figure that out.
Okay. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Callan will assist with rowing again.
Oh, absolutely.
And probably try to investigate his spell book some more.
Okay,
Or
roll.
Nemus spell book.
Roll me another check.
Okay, that's a what check?
It was investigation
Okay.
because you're basically working on the research given to you in this way.
All right.
Only you could get the unseen servant to also do the ritual.
Yeah.
An unseen servant to cast unseen servant. To-
So that was a 6.
6. Okay. This one, whether it be just distracted or hitting a
Mhm.
stone wall, you're not making further progress on that tonight.
Okay, so here's what might have happened. So I cast Unseen Servant to cheat on rowing, and Oars woke up and caught me. So
There you go. Yeah.
instead of hiding it, I just like try to get to know him, and,
Eh?
and offer to like, play cards with him or gamble or something, and
Okay.
just let him win.
No, that's appropriate role for this. So as you kind of point and be like, no, it's I'm using some magic. Look, it's rowing, and he just looks at it, and then you're like, this gives you and me time. We can. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Do you like games? We could play a game. And he kind of looks back and forth. Two row faster than one. And he rolls back over.
Okay.
And as you start to row, you do feel a hand just go.
Suits Callan right.
By the way, at some point, I feel like Callan's the one who makes the Meeseeks box.
Uh-huh.
It's a Rick and Morty, but it's an unseen servant. Basically, it does one task and it disappears.
Except they're in torment the whole time.
Only if
So
you
the
make them
torture is the
exist.
fun part.
Existence is pain. All right. Next day, is anybody else on that third day wearing their blindfolds?
Not on the third day. We'll wait till we get closer.
I
So
encourage both of you to do it, but I'm wearing it the whole time.
okay, yeah.
So it's over. There's 20 hours. It's what time? So what's about 20 hours? Noonish?
Yeah, like noonish is gonna be getting to the area that it's like we're here basically.
All right. Before noon, mid morning or so, Theobald will put the blindfold on, and I'm gonna just disapparate Owl.
Okay.
So
Not tempted to look through his eyes.
Yep.
Okay. Callan, are you wearing
What?
the blindfold?
I would like if Maven was talking about it, and then when I come up from below deck after rowing, yes.
Theobald is gonna be
For the fourth day, though, Theo, would you roll me another D10?
up in the bow with the black staff at hand, near the
Okay.
captain.
Okay.
Try this pretty lavender one, whatever color. It'll be a 10.
10. Ooh. Okay. Now, would each of you right now roll me a D10?
Another one?
Yep, another one.
That's a 6.
8.
5.
Okay. So, the question was already asked, but I've already been working on it. A 10, a 7, and a 5 were for the quality of the blindfolds. Callan, you got the 10. It's pitch black. Maven, you got the 7. It's fairly dark. Theobald?
There's a hole in mine.
She used white material on top of it. Like she used like like There's a little light that gets through. It's not the best one. It feels like she spent the least amount of time on this one. She was probably getting tired. Just a
A little
FYI.
punchy. Yeah.
The night before, Maven, you have no idea. Callan, you were rowing. You have no idea. Theobald, at some point, you probably would have noticed there was a meteor shower across the sky that lasted for well over an hour. The next morning, you get to, about mid-morning. Callan has rejoined after getting some rest after his double rowing. You guys, and it's actually, you know what? I'll be honest with the double rowing. Keegan will kind of let you all know around mid-morning of like, we'll be coming up to it in about an hour. You're actually making, you're a little ahead of schedule. And
Okay.
so very quickly, everybody's blindfolded. So what are you doing? It's like
He was
gets
going to
there-
close his eyes on top of this because
Fair. So it's around, late morning, and Keegan's like, well, we're here. I have no idea what to tell you, but this is as close as true north as I could bring you. Whatever's going to happen, this is where it happened. So how long do you want to sit here? I brought you all the way here. How about them eyes?
How about him?
That's what I thought. So won't be getting me vision back. So you just let me know when you guys are tired of sitting here. I'm gonna go and have a drink. And he's going to retire below deck. Basically, they've dropped anchor. Really, they're just afloat. But you're here. It's about late to mid afternoon, or midday. Late morning,
It
midday.
might not
11:30.
work until nighttime. I would like to, let me look at my inventory here.
I would like to detect narrative hook.
Yes. No, I have. So what I'm thinking, what Maven's thinking, and also what I'm thinking, I'm just seeing if I have something I can throw. I don't have I don't have any rocks in my bag. What am I, crazy?
Good God.
What is wrong with me? Let me see here. Okay. I got nothing. Oh, I got nothing. I could have cast blindness on all of us. That would have been smart. Wow.
Theobald's
Look.
going to hold the black staff out and just try to listen or feel through the black staff and see if there's anything resonating through the black staff.
Roll me an Arcana check. I hit the button by accident.
Ooh. Be a 17.
Okay. You are getting the sense right now from the black staff of nervous apprehension.
Ugh. Theobald's gonna peek.
Water.
There's nothing here right now. But maybe
Why? No.
maybe tonight when the Aurora Borealis comes out.
So, Maven, you said you would fix the captain's eyes. Is that what I'm hearing?
If I can figure out how his eyes got turned to chrome while on this forgotten island, secondary to our primary goal, but it will save us about 300 gold in the long run. And I thought maybe it would be worth a try.
I can
Theobald
see.
kind of settling down in the bow. Trying to just wait it out. Hurry up and wait. Story of the Dragoons.
As the kind of early afternoon goes on, you'll hear from down below, you'll hear some like some sea shanties kind of between, it's mainly Keegan, but Oars occasionally is kind of humming the melody. And at a certain point, Keegan will kind of step up onto the top deck and look at all of your directions and just kind of, you'll see him. No, you won't. You'll hear you'll hear somebody come up there. God, you're all in the same situation. Come up and he'll
Theobald would probably peek.
yeah. All right, you'll see him kind of just kind of.
Nothing's there.
I gotta say, y'all look pretty stupid. It doesn't come until at night, and I can tell you. And he lifts the patch. Tonight should see something pretty spectacular, and puts it back down.
I hope we don't see
Come
it.
have a drink. And he'll go back down, or go to sleep. You're gonna have a long night.
That's Callan's cue.
Night. Or it's a drink.
No, he'll go drinking. But also he wants to try something, maybe to help out investigation with Maven's attempt to, fix Keegan's eyes.
Sure. What are you thinking?
What happens if Callan casts phantasmal force on him, and the illusion is that he can see what's going on? And not only that, there's a lot of stuff going on. Mainly,
Yeah, no. Anybody else tell me what you're thinking of doing in this moment while I look that up, because that is a very interesting thought. And I just want to look at the spell real quick, because that's
Alan, do you have a
force.
is there anybody you calling today?
Calling. Should we call Slate? Did you decide on that? I'm not.
I
So
don't think we should.
I don't think that's a great gamble. I have some in mind, but I don't think that they'd be useful right now.
I don't know, maybe that'd be useful right now, but I got some people I can set in motion for when we get back, assuming we get back.
Do you want to switch again?
Sure.
Okay. This time we'll trade.
Actually trade,
yes.
Learned our lesson this time.
Because if we don't, I'll probably fall right off the boat the instant I hand it over.
By the way, Callan, if you are you casting that real quick, just as an experiment as you're drinking?
Yes.
Okay. It casts. You feel it hit him. I'll even give him disadvantage just because. And it technically he fails. But the spell specifically says it creates a visible phenomenon to the creature. He cannot see the phantasmal thing that is in root in his brain.
Okay.
The spell is active. He just can't see it.
Okay.
And maybe I am, by all means, future people, whoever can tell me I'm wrong. But in the moment I just was reading through that, it specifically says a visible phenomenon within the, so it's like he can't see it. It takes root in your mind and creates a visible phenomenon.
Okay.
He cannot see traditionally.
Okay, then what the illusion will out to give him something with the illusion. Since I can trick him with tactile sense, just like add to the mood of like the revelry, getting a little drunk and enjoying ourselves, probably complementing it with minor illusion or thaumaturgy for music.
Oh, yeah, that would go a long ways.
And just give him like the gentle caresses of, some sirens or something, and whatever he would imagine.
All right.
A gentle caress.
Okay, yeah.
A choice has been made.
Yeah.
For the night.
So as the things progress and drinking and talking and stories and all that and music and singing and all that, occasionally he's trying to play it off because nobody else is saying anything, making you just see he's like, you know, as something is, gently caressing him on occasion.
Just a nice scalp massage.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, that's the spot, go a little lower. Yeah.
Full body scalp massage. Yep.
Full body skills. All right. So, Theobald, what is your
Right.
Avery, get word to Norwin to put Matthias on defensive alert, then disappear until contact you. Chance to even the score. Be ready and sober.
After a few moments, you'll hear back. Hi, will do. I'm in his offices now. I'll let him know. I'll be ready when you call, sir. Sir? Matthias and his troops are MIA currently. End of message.
Very soberly take the earring out and hand it back to Callan. Matthias and his trooper missing. They haven't reported in.
Did you know where they were going?
They're stationed in the Deadwood.
Any number of things could have.
Specifically to remind you, taking up your posting after your troop was decimated.
Yep.
And he might have had a little bit of vendetta.
Or he may be playing hero again.
He has been known.
Or Gardosh is not just sneaking in by himself and it's a full-scale assault. Avery will be ready for us when we get back. I'll need to talk to her again when we get back.
Okay.
We're close to it.
Yep.
Put
The day
black
goes-
earring back in and yeah.
The day goes on.
I sleep.
Yep. You sleep. Anybody else? You sleep. Callan, do you drink until sleep, or are you just enjoying and drinking and having fun?
Yeah, just enjoying having fun. Gonna doze off at some point, and if someone expects me to row, it's just gonna be unseen servant.
Nope, there's no rowing involved.
We're
We
here.
are station keeping.
Oh, then I
Uh,
probably offer the unseen servant to clean up.
This is interesting. You probably don't even need to anchor. if there's
No, it's just-
waves.
yeah, no, there's no waves.
Weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you wake up. It is early evening. Twilight is kicking in, and the very beginning of an aurora borealis on the horizon is starting. If anyone's looking. Callan, you got there finally. You got that bonding with Oars. You wake up with an arm draped around you as he's just leaned against the kind of U bench seating like a booth and just
Right on.
he's warm. I mean, puts off a lot of heat, but yeah, it is a clear night. The beginning of that mystic hue and phenomenon is starting up.
Theobald's going to reach out with the staff again. Try to take a temperature check.
Roll another one.
Yeah, another 17.
17. As you're doing this, I need you to make a little chart for me there, Theobald.
Okay.
Call it the Black Staff Charge Table.
Okay.
You just used one.
Okay.
It is vibrating with anxious energy of a child who's trying to go to sleep before Christmas morning, except it's not like waiting for like, this is going to be the best day ever. It's like some shit's going to go down.
It's Krampus, not Santa Claus. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Or it could be either. I don't know what's happening, you know. And a pulse goes out from the Black Staff. You see the runes on both sides of your hands, runes that you hadn't even seen in there. Pulse shooting down each direction and ricocheting back, and then going straight up to the top. And this kind of, it always has a kind of fire light pulse to it whenever, and it shoots out and goes out in 60 feet in every direction. Maven, Callan, you both feel this wave of energy hit you. For the next hour, you all have advantage to saving throws.
Ooh.
Theobald, as you have this, you didn't do this,
Right.
but as this happened, you now know that, and you don't know how many charges are within the staff, that with an action, you can, for 1 minute, create a field emanating from the Black Staff, basically shoot out a pulse that will give anyone within up to 5 creatures within 60 feet in that moment advantage on saving throws for 1 hour.
Okay.
Uses 1 charge.
Okay.
You all feel kind of this weird energy of possibility within you, of just like this weird, I don't know, resolve within you that is bubbling in your, like butterflies in your stomach when this wave hits you and leaves. Theobald, are you wearing the blindfold right now
Yep.
or not? You
I'll
are.
put it back on. Yep.
So now that okay, so you didn't have it on for that, or
Okay.
did you? I'm asking.
We'll say no, I didn't have it on for that. For
It doesn't matter. I can just say you didn't see the pulsing runes.
well-
Doesn't matter. Your choice. Doesn't matter. But you have the blindfold on now. Does everybody else have their blindfolds on?
Oh yeah, I
Yes.
slept with it on.
Oh yeah. All right.
and closing my eyes as well.
Yep.
Since
You seem to have the lesser.
there's a hole in it.
There's a
Right.
hole in it. No matter which way you turn it, there's another hole. You know.
Harold may try to bolster that with some piece of cloth of his own.
Sure. All right. So the night goes on. And at a certain point, you all of a sudden from below deck start to hear Keegan kind of just talking in his sleep. He seems upset. There's almost like it starts off as like, is he barking? But then it's just intelligible words as he's kind of just wrestling in his sleep because he drank himself to sleep. He doesn't need to be here for this. He doesn't want to be. I want everyone to make me, first off, a Constitution saving throw And due to that pulse, you can make them flat. Yep.
That is a 22.
Good.
17.
17. Okay.
6.
6. Okay. So there is, and all of you feel it, because whether you be divine or nature based or arcane based magic users, you start to feel. We've all been there in science class as a kid when you put your hand on the globe that building up that static electricity. You feel that charge in the air. Everybody. And 1, 2, 3, okay, 4. I'll just have to roll that twice. 9, 15. You, Maven, Callan, you both take 10 psychic damage as you don't see, but you feel this pulse of energy explode nearby. Theobald, through the blindfold, through your eyes
On
shut,
it.
through your eyes being shut,
Oh no.
you don't, even now, you still don't see it. But do you remember how we were talking about how phantasmal force doesn't do a thing because of the visible phenomena? As if you stared at the sun for too long and then closed your eyes and see that after image.
Mm-hmm.
That after image is burning a hole in your brain for a second, and you'll take 20 psychic damage.
Okay.
Now I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
I'm not good at that.
Flat or with advantage?
Flat.
Oh, wow.
The staff is giving you a shot at this.
That's an 11.
An 11,
A nat 20, so that's an 18.
18,
Dirty 18.
18. Okay. All right. Callan, Theobald, you both will take 15 bludgeoning as you literally feel like your insides are being pulled in a lot of different directions.
Theobald is out.
Maven, you're going to take 30.
I'm out too.
All right. How fast can Callan jump into action to try to help?
You're blind. You don't know anything's happened.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage because there's a lot of things going on with you. I'm willing to give you a chance at it because there's still one more roll to make.
With
Hey,
Got some death rolls.
I didn't bring you here. You chose to come here.
disadvantage 11.
11. Okay. You are still coherent enough that you hear 2 thumps near you. You are discombobulated and you are trying to move.
Hmm.
Roll me with that, let's say a dexterity check at disadvantage. You can do a save. Do a save. Dexterity save at disadvantage because you're reacting.
All right.
Does he get an advantage from the black staff?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. Yeah.
Just say-
Flat. They bring it to
Oh,
flat
okay.
because it saves. Because it saves. Yep. Thank you.
Then that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. What do you want to do in that moment? You can reach one of them. I won't tell you which one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll roll for that. What are you trying to do?
I just
at the
wanna-
moment?
Just dump in my healing light to whoever I reach.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll D6. Callan, tell me, who's even, who's odds?
All right. Theo's even, Maven's odds.
You reach out and grab. Roll that healing light.
Okay. So 15 total.
15 total. Make me one last Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Eight.
8. You pass out as this sound of, if you could imagine, like, if any, the closest thing your mind can come to is the sound of like glaciers shearing apart, a high-pitched groaning tear as you pass out. Maven, you wake up with 15 HP as energy just pulsed into you, and sit up, pulling off your blindfold, and you're on a beach. And looking around frantically, you see Theo unconscious on the ground next to you. You see Callan holding your leg, unconscious, face down, next to you. You do not see the boat. And there is a forest a few, like 15, 20 feet away max. And on this beach, there is mist and fog everywhere. But you wake up and the aurora borealis is more spectacular than you've ever seen. It's almost like it's a dome of it.
I frantically look at my character sheet and through my spell book. Uh, uh, I don't have any healing spells. Oh, I'm the worst. Okay. I have animate dead if any of you are dead.
Just wait a minute.
Oh no.
You can use a medicine check to try to stabilize people.
Yeah, I'm gonna stabilize Theo. I actually have a decent can I stabilize both of them? Can I try to?
It'll take time, but yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't-
Yeah.
Quick acting, basically CPR. Good. CPR. Okay. So roll me a medicine
Yeah.
check.
Okay.
First one's
My
for
first
Theo.
one, that's a 21.
Yeah, after a moment, Theo is at 0, but he and is breathing again.
And for Callan, that's a 19.
Same thing. He's at 0. He's unconscious, but he is alive.
That's all we can ask for, I guess. Oh, okay. Are they both within, like, I can hold on to them?
Oh yeah, they're right there.
Distance?
You're all
I'm-
like as you were on the ship, close quarters.
I am white knuckling the
Roll me a
clothing on
perception
their
check, by the way.
shoulders. Oh God. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Mhm.
What's my? That's a 15.
15's good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
After that moment of holy crap, and what the heck, and all of those, and you jump into action, stabilizing Theo and
Mhm.
Callan. You realize, like, and by the way, just for giggles, yeah, you take you take 3 piercing damage as
From
you're moving around, because in about a 20-foot radius all around you, the sand is glass.
Oh no.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Ow.
And a little warm. Yeah.
Oh god.
So after let's just say a brief getting our shit together period, Callan, Theo, you both managed to wake up about an hour. Short rest. It'll both give you 1 HP at this moment. You both are awake now, looking around, seeing everything I described. Maven is looking around. There is fog and mist everywhere. It is thick, and it goes out towards the water, out towards the forest, down the beach, every direction, even straight up. There is just a fog mist in the air. Literally think the movie Mist. Or the book, or whatever. Whatever is your preference.
Watch where you put your hand, Callan.
Yeah. Ugh. Ouch, ouch.
I assume at this point you've been dragged off
Oh,
of
Yeah.
warm,
I drag
sharp
them off
glass.
the beach. Yeah. I do drag them off the beach because ow, 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 ow.
Right.
Owie.
It's the only decent thing you could do.
are those my boots? Are you wearing my boots?
You weren't using them and I needed them more, but you can have them back
Made it.
Hmm.
somehow. I guess.
Did the black staff make it?
Yeah, everything you all had made it. Even the blindfolds. Which when you first wake up, you know.
Yeah. Mine has a hole in it.
Yeah, you probably say you're like, oh.
All right. I'll throw a cure wounds on Theobald. Help him out.
Okay.
That was
Everybody
it.
roll me a perception check.
Ugh.
It's a dirty -1.
Mine's got a dirty 20.
10.
Maven, it makes
Mhm.
sense that you're the one who noticed. As everyone's coming to, everyone's kind of just, we made it, looking around. You notice, and it takes you a second because it's weird. And is it a trick of the light? Callan and Theo, both in their right eye, you can see a new almost metallic sheen to the pupil of their eye, like the actual color of their eye, where there's, you know, how the slits make there's like a metallic quality to their right eye within the color of their eye. It like just reflects. That's what catches your eye, and you start to really pay attention and you see it.
Do I tell them? That's the real question. And do I have it too is another question. You know what? This is not as important right now. I ask them if they can both see okay.
Can we?
Everything seems good.
Okay. Then onward to glory, and we'll deal with that problem as it comes.
Yeah.
What problem?
Yeah. What?
The boat's missing. That, yeah, we'll have to find that afterwards.
Yeah, that problem. The boat is. There's a. Yeah, the boat's the problem, and the boat's not the miss, not the problem, not the no eyes, no problems.
So you all look towards the forest, looking inward on the island, putting the problem of the boat as, future halfway cruise problem. Take a deep breath, all look at each other, and step into the tree line. That's where we're going to leave off for this week. So thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you were entertained. I know I was. I can't wait for next week. 2 episodes left to our season finale. And I guess look for us on Facebook, look Discord, look for not even look for more. Check out Dungeon Patrol's latest episode, their finale. And until next week, I'm DM Scott.
I'm Killian.
I'm Mick.
Chris.
Have a great week. Be safe. If you're in Minnesota, drive slow, drive safe.
Or don't drive.
Or don't. Yeah. Have a good week. We'll see you next
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.